In the remote reaches of West Texas, where the desert and the mountains meet, legend speaks of a gold mine so rich it could have made fortunes overnight. Its discoverer, a prospector named Ben Sublett, its location lost to time. This is the story of a man who claimed to have struck gold in the Guadalupes, who disappeared into the landscape with treasures in his pockets, and whose secret mine still calls to fortune seekers over a century later. What is truth? What is myth? And what lies hidden beneath the rock and sand? Let us journey into the story of Ben Sublett's lost gold mine, the man behind the legend. William Colum Ben Sublett, sometimes Old Ben, was no myth. He is attested in historical accounts as a frontier prospector, odd job man, and dreamer. Born in the mid-1800s, accounts differ on precise birth year. Sublett migrated to West Texas, settling first in Monahans in a modest tent life, doing odd jobs, trying to scrape a living in the harsh desert frontier. He was married, had children, and sought better opportunity. After some time, he moved with his family to Odessa, Texas, partly so his children could have schooling. The hardships remained, but so did hope. The notion that Sublett occasionally returned from his wilderness wanderings with gold did not go unnoticed by townsfolk. He'd sometimes appear in local saloons with a pouch of nuggets and treat the house. The question, where did he find it? One story goes that he befriended a Mescalero Apache guide, or exiled Apache, who gave him directions to a hidden gold deposit in the Guadalupe Mountains. Some versions cast the map as verbal instructions, based on Old Spanish or Indian lore. Those who knew him said he often wandered toward the Guadalupes, vanishing for days or weeks, only to return with new gold, never enough for people to pin down the source. Over time, Sublett developed a reputation as a man of mystery. Some thought him mad, others thought him cunning. But to the hopeful, he was the last link between desert dreams and hidden fortune. The legend of the gold. To understand Sublett's lore, one must peer into the legends of lost Spanish and Indian mines in the Southwest. The Guadalupe Mountains had long been whispered as a hiding ground for gold caches, once sifted by native peoples or colonial explorers. One local tale places the mine deep in a canyon, accessible only by rope, near a sheer chasm 50 to 100 feet wide. In the rock wall, some say, a concealed cave or shaft holds the mother lode. In that cavern lie gold veins or nuggets left untouched, a secret only a few have ever glimpsed. Another theory suggests that Sublett did not discover a natural deposit at all, but rather a cache, a hidden stash of gold stolen or concealed by bandits or Spanish-era miners, tucked away and forgotten, waiting to be rediscovered. Contemporary treasure hunting accounts point to two main hypotheses. One, a placer deposit hidden in cliff fissures or crevices where natural erosion concentrated gold dust and nuggets. Two, a buried repository of mined gold, perhaps stolen or transported, stashed in a canyon or shaft, and never reclaimed. Sublett's own behavior gave credence to the concealment idea. He rarely took the same trail, sometimes camped far from the mountains, and regularly confounded pursuers. One of his acquaintances, Grizzly Bill, allegedly followed vague instructions and brought back a sack of gold. but died soon after in a drunken horse accident, never revealing the source. Another, Mike Wilson, found a deposit, flaunted his fortunes, then lost the location in a drunken blackout and could never regain it. Sublett's son, Rolf, claimed he had been lowered by rope into a canyon entrance as a boy. But his recollections were hazy, episodic, fragmentary. As was often the case in legends, glimpses outnumber certainties. Pursuit and obfuscation. As Sublett's reputation grew, so did the effort to find him. Businessmen, bankers, and treasure hunters sought partnerships. One banker in Midland, W.E. Connell, is said to have offered Sublett $10,000 for the mine. Sublett declined, reportedly claiming he could pick that up in an afternoon. The banker hired a tracker, Jim Flanagan, to shadow him. Flanagan trailed Sublett's wagon for days, but lost the track near the Pecos River. When he returned, Sublett was already back in town depositing gold in the Midland Bank. Suspicion grew that Sublett used decoy routes or hidden caches between the Guadalupes and Odessa so that his trail would vanish or mislead. He sometimes detoured to the Pecos or vanished for days to muddy pursuit. Stories say Sublett gave partial directions to prospective partners, riding them to high ground, pointing at a blue mound or distant landmark, and conveying the rest by memory, but never enough detail to replicate the route. One such associate, Rufus Stewart, recounted being taken west at night, guided to a vantage point, where through a spyglass Ben purported to show the canyon entanglement and the path inward. But when Stewart later tried to follow, he got lost. Even though he returned with gold from Sublett's display, over years and decades, many expeditions attempted to relocate the mine. Map searches, canyon scouting, abandoned shafts, but none succeeded. Even family members poured energy into the hunt. Roland or Rolf Sublett, as an adult, tried repeatedly to recollect childhood hints, but all faded into memory. Demise and disappearance. By the early 1890s, Ben Sublett's health and fortune waned. He had lived long enough to see the gold he claimed vanish into rumors more than deposits. He died in 1892 in Odessa, leaving behind a legacy of whispered wealth, a few coins in the bank, and an unresolved obsession. Many believe that at his death, he had already begun to conceal his wealth in multiple caches or lost access routes, making reconstruction impossible. Others argue the mine never existed as he claimed, that his gold came from small scattered finds, exaggerations, or hidden stash speculation. But his myth continued. W.C. Jameson, a modern treasure hunter and author, has long searched the Guadalupes, placing hope in igneous intrusions near mountain escarpments, where hydrothermal activity might have concentrated gold. Geologists, however, caution that the Guadalupe Mountains, once a coral reef beneath a sea, are not typically favorable to large gold deposits. Still, anomalies and small native gold occurrences have been documented in mountain creeks and rock outcrops. The mine's location, if real, likely lies in remote canyon walls, deep chasms, or steep escarpments, places difficult to access, limited in water, and easy to misinterpret. To this day, hobbyists, adventurers, and historians continue to search. Many believe Ben Sublett's gold is still hidden somewhere in the folds of rock and shadow. Legacy and what we know. What remains certain is this: Ben Sublett's legend is one of the most enduring lost mine tales in Texas. His life straddles the line between frontier fact and frontier myth. Known facts: he existed, lived in Monahans and Odessa, labored to support his family. He sometimes appeared with gold, buying rounds, depositing into banks. He claimed a source in the Guadalupes, often refused partnerships or exact location sharing. Several acquaintances tried and failed to relocate his mine. Uncertainties remain. Was the mine natural or a hidden cache? Was the location in the Guadalupe Mountains proper or a nearby canyon spur? Did Sublett intentionally obscure the route or build decoys? Did some gold finders, like Grizzly Bill or Mike Wilson, actually access smaller offshoots, giving glimpses but not the full deposit? Modern technology, aerial drones, LiDAR mapping, satellite imagery, offers renewed hope, but the terrain remains harsh, rugged, and partially inaccessible. The line between prospecting and obsession is thin. For those who chase Sublett's gold, the journey becomes as important as the prize. The thought lingers. Somewhere in those silent canyons, in the folds of rock and shadow, lies a gold vein or a lost cache, waiting for someone to pierce the enigma. Ben Sublett may be gone, but his mind still exists in memory, map, and myth. If you wander those trailless hills, look for rope scars, hidden entrances, or pale veins shining in torchlight. Perhaps the desert still guards his secret, and someday someone may find what he spent his life chasing. This has been Ben Sublett and the Lost Gold of the Guadalupes. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more stories of legends, lost mines, and hidden history.